I had did a video on Ruby Rose and how she didn't take any accountability for her OnlyFans, which allegedly is pulling in millions for her. So in that video, it's very funny because she is making all of this money from this thing and does not want to claim or be known as a worker. To all the women, to all the men and women that are watching it, there's why do you think that you don't want to be known as a sex worker? If somebody is proud of something, if somebody is not ashamed of something, why wouldn't you want to be known for that, right? Why wouldn't you want to be known for that, Ruby Rose? That's a rhetorical question. Why wouldn't you want to be known as a worker? Even like, I don't follow mainstream, but I never knew this woman rap. I heard probably one of her raps during this video that I'm about to show you. It's really interesting. And another thing that women fail to understand is if you are using to sell something because sells, you are in fact a worker. So yes,
break free.
Instagram models, you women out there that are on these platforms showing things that should just be left for your husband. If you sell feet pics, that's sex work. If you use your body or the way that you talk, for example, phone work, like all of that, if you're using your lustful appeal for any type of monetary value, you are in fact in sex work. But I ran into another video of hers with her lyric, and it really puts into perspective of the state that most modern day women are in today. So I'm just gonna play the clip real quick, let you know my thoughts.
I know there was some rumors floating around in 2020
that I was dating that guy. No, I'm not.
Which guy? Which man?
Whichever man you're talking about. Because if you do not go through your man's phone, that is not your man.
Sarah, that's not true. Sarah,
yes.
If you really want someone to go pop the gun and come home and pop that cherry.
Absolutely.
So there you have it. I know it doesn't seem like much to most people, and it may seem like it is a joke, but if you look at the lyrics, it really just says it all. There's so much violence and degradation in this world, and yet these are the people that get put on the forefront, that get put on a pedestal because of prideful things, right? It's just really sad because those lyrics, a lot of women are very contradictory. And a lot of people that follow these women, it's like you have to look at things from an eagle's eye view. Like, because if you don't, you end up worshiping things that you might be bringing into your own life. What you listen to and on a regular, I'm not saying you listen to something like once in a while or anything like that, but if you listen to something regularly, then it can have an impact on your life, and people don't really take that seriously. And everybody's laughing and joking about this, but that whole sentence in itself is so disrespectful. It's so non-nurturing. I've talked about it on this channel, how women are just not nurturing anymore. You think it's funny to be talking about going and popping somebody and then go and sleep with you, mind you, on the very next, and they think that's funny, they think that's haha, but then when like things happen and people get murdered and people are getting popped, right? People are getting hurt like that, right? And people are getting stripped away from their families. That's not funny. She's promoting the very thing that has been promoted. And it's crazy because us as Black people, we know, or at least I would want to say a good majority of us know and have seen the issue in our own music. Me, I just found out she's a rapper, but if there's actually people that are actually listening to this woman, it just really sets things into perspective about the intelligence level of a lot of people and the strong delusion that they're under. Because if you are a child of God, you understand, like, to look at things from an eagle's eye view. In the same breath, you listen into this type of music where women not only degrade themselves, that's one thing, but you're over here and trying to say you will impact other people's lives just so this is what these these modern women want. They want the thug. They want the man who is going to go ruin lives and then be cool with them. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then in the same breath, wonder why these men cheat on them, beat on them, leave them to be single moms. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why this stuff really does frustrate me, because it's just like people just aren't seeing what is right in front of their face. You listen to this music, but in the same breath, you probably have known somebody who was this type of way and probably went back to their girl and is doing whatever they want to do. You know how infuriating that is? Do you know how, like, that don't even make any sense, how these people just rise to the top and are going crazy buku viral, but they spread degradation. It should let you know what type of climate that we're in. But not even that, okay? And the people in the music industry, they always bring up something about God. And while they have put people on such a strong delusion that, you know, it's usually the people that follow Christianity, which is a religion. The religions were put together to separate us, and those same religions that they think they're worshiping God, in fact, are run by Satan, okay? But it says, it goes on to say, he gonna take them to church, keeping it tight like Virgin Mary. Like, why y'all always gotta mention God? It's not like, or mention something about God. First and foremost, like, if you gonna do you and you're gonna be, this lets you know that it's real. Like, the war is real, because that your hater is always going to have your name in their mouth. Okay, they're always going to be talking about you at some point. It's like an itch that they can't scratch. That's why all of these celebrities, rappers, people in the music industry are always having these lyrics that come at people that look up to God. You know what I mean? That come at those people. Like, if it was so fake, why is it always in their mouths? Why does Drake know Bible verses like that, people that average people wouldn't know? It's because they sit there and your hater studies you. Okay? And then it's absolutely crazy, because it's like, keep you could do your degradation or whatever to ruin your life and destroy your temple and age yourself faster and do all of that. But it's like, why don't y'all just keep God out, like, to leave God out of it? Like, if it's, I really want to say something else, but I gotta keep it clean, y'all. And God is not to be mocked, so I don't play about my father. But hopefully these people can turn away from what they doing. You know, I gotta practice patience. If you want to ruin yourself, ruin yourself. Why do you? And those are all rhetorical questions, okay? And then you notice how she mentions being a Virgin Mary. Like, you know, it's interesting because I know daggone well Ruby Roses run through like a retired racehorse. It's interesting because if being a virgin was so corny, if being this, that, and the third, a good girl is so corny, why do these rappers feel the need to mention that, feel the need to say that they, oh no, I keep it together, I keep it tight? There's this article that I had read, but of course I can't find it no more. But it was of this OBGYN, and it definitely, and it's called like a version surgery or whatever the case is, vaginal tightening, where women could come and get the surgery and get their tightness back to a certain extent, right? And he goes to say that most of the women that visit his office aren't women who've had, like, I think it was some number like 75%. That is huge. Okay, because at the end of the day, what these 304s, what these bops don't talk about is if you're sleeping with multiple men and multiple bodies, men come in, like, not to be lewd or anything like that, but that's just the fact of the situation. They come in all different shapes and sizes. Women are not supposed to be having this, like having all of these different bodies inside of you. It's going to put your body through wear and tear, especially down there, more than a whatever. Like it seems like crazy, but our bodies were designed to do those things, right? But not to be going and getting dominated by multiple different people. Like we're the weaker vessel. Like why would you want to put yourself through your body through that type of work? Like, I don't even know. But another thing is, like, honestly, the fact that people are still on top, like they make, so you notice they talk about their insecurity through their rap song, because it, like, let's be completely honest. One, Ruby Red probably would be one of those women that's going up to the OBGYN and getting that surgery, because all she does is promote. That's what's gotten her to her stardom. It's her, right? Like, you might as well call her Ruby Racetrack, because that woman has probably been run through more times than tracks Usain Bolt has been on. Okay, it's just not it just doesn't make sense. Like I said, these rappers will and come at people. There was one verse with The Weeknd where he said, "Oh, come something about something's better than somebody's church shoes," and it's crazy because these people know that, or maybe they're just so in their sin, or I don't even know. But Jesus is coming back soon, okay? And the way that he's going to come back, nobody's going to know. All right, he's going to be getting a lot of people out of their pride and a lot of people out of their Air Force Ones, okay? Because at the end of the day, God will not be mocked. He already won. But I say all that to say, there's a reason why Ruby Red Rose and all these other artists would love to be compared to a virgin, is because there's nothing wrong with being a virgin. It's a very good thing. Like, growing up, movies like 40-Year-Old Virgin, all that will make it seem like being a virgin is corny. It's really not. And if you're not a virgin, you're like, that doesn't make you completely and utterly, like, God is forgiving. God is merciful. Like, if you are in that situation where you was fornicating and stuff, like, you need to pause, pick up your Bible, create that relationship with the Most High. Like, He is peace, and turn away completely from the sin. Of course, we're gonna fall short here and there, but willful sin is the problem. That once saved, always saved thing does not exist. I'm just saying that we should be promoting to our daughters, to our sons, to value the temple, the God's temple. That is God's temple. Your body is God's temple. Is spiritual, okay? There's a reason why she wants to be a virgin again, or wants to be like one again, because she's going through a whole bunch of torment, sadness. I'm telling you, these girls have money and they look like whatever the case is, but I could tell that she be crying alone, okay, at night. All right, like a lot of these 304s, Instagram models do, right? There were so many things that I wish I would have known stepping into that lane. You should be waiting for your husband. You should be waiting for your husband, okay? But if that's what you want to do. But if you were edified from this content, if you enjoyed this type of video, you can hit the like button, share, subscribe. Honestly, subscribe, pick up your Bible, KJV, create that relationship with the Most High, okay? And do things the Yahweh.